Hi everyone, welcome back. So in episode 2 we explored the hedge lab and we got a super chip and a duper disc from that. But I forgot to give them to Burgle, so let's give them to him now. Here we go, we got 200 raw science for the super chip. And if we go over to this machine here, we can see what that's unlocked. So we've got zip lines, ladder, the hedge cookbook, the daredevil mutation, and the crow sign set. But none of those are really necessary right now. So if you put the duper disc in this machine, if you don't know, this machine allows you to duplicate any item for a cost of raw science, and the duper discs increase your spending limit on those. But that's also not really necessary right now. We've got much more important things to be spending our science on. So let's go to sleep, and in the morning we'll be taking on the Red Anthill. In the last episode I crafted the red ant armor, and I also crafted an upgraded torch as well, so that it'll last a bit longer. So by wearing the red ant armor, you're basically camouflaged. The red ants won't notice you at all. So let's equip the torch and head in. The first room you'll come to is filled with sleeping ants and ant eggs.
Hello, powerless
but don't pick up the eggs because the ants will attack you. So you've got two ways to go here. If you go down to the left, you'll come to a body of water, but we'll get to that later. So let's go to the right. There are little bits of marble and quartzite all over the place for you to pick up, so keep an eye out for those. So I'm going to show you the Red Anthill completely uncut, just because it's a bit disorienting in here. So I wanted you to see exactly where I'm going and what I'm doing, so that you can fully clear it and pick up everything that you need. If you haven't already, you'll need to craft the tier 2 insect hammer. I showed you how to do that in the last episode, so you can check that out. I'll put a link in the description below. So there's some more quartzite pieces here, some marble there as well, and over here we've got a milk molar. So if you fully clear the Red Anthill, you will get 1 milk molar, 1 SCA.B, 1 auxiliary chip, and the rotten bee armor set. You'll also get some quartzite, marble, ice cap mints, and some raw science as well. So if you follow this tunnel with the spiky red plants, you'll get some raw science there, and it will lead you to this room with some red ant eggs, and you'll also get the first piece of the rotten bee armor set, the rotten bee shin guards. Now if there are no red ants around, you can pick up the ant egg without any trouble. So we're not quite ready to go down the hole yet. That leads to the auxiliary chip. We'll want to clear out these tunnels first. If you remember when we first came in, I said the tunnel to the left leads to a body of water, and we'll get to that later. That is this tunnel here. So we'll just grab that quartzite. And there's the water there, but we're still not quite ready to go in there. We'll leave that bit till last. So back up here, we'll take the tunnel to the left. Got some more quartzite there. You'll probably want to bring a kind of empty backpack. You've got quite a lot to pick up. And there we've got the SCA.B, Neo Mauve, more quartzite, and more raw science. You might want to pick up those slime mold stalks on the wall there as well. I didn't, but you should. Another red ant egg, and if you jump up on this ledge, round this rock, you'll find the second piece of the Rotten Bee armor set, the face mask. So I'm not sure if you noticed, but when I picked up the red ant egg, I got a warning saying the red ants are annoyed by me. So obviously killing the red ants angers them, but also picking up the eggs will contribute to the raid events as well. So if we follow this tunnel through, it should lead us back to the room where we picked up the tooth. Which means we've pretty much done everything now, apart from going down the hole in the ground to get the auxiliary chip. So let's follow these red spiky plants back through to that room. And we'll jump down the hole in the floor. Now here we've got some sturdy quartzite, which is tier 2. And then we've got the auxiliary chip over here. We've got some ice cap mints. And we've got the final piece of the Rotten Bee armor set, the Rotten Bee shoulder pads. So that's this room cleared out. Let's just get some bits of marble and quartzite and follow the tunnel back out. So if we go right there, that leads to the body of water I mentioned earlier. But if we follow this back round and up this hill here, this tunnel should lead back to the very first room with the sleeping ants and ant eggs on the floor. So we'll just clear this tunnel out.
Hey, Ant. What's
I think
the news?
it's just marble and quartzite, nothing too exciting. But once we've done that, the only thing left to do is the body of water. And there we go. Here's all the sleeping ants and the ant eggs. So with that, let's head back down this tunnel to the left.
What's the news?
And we'll go and do the water, and then we're done.
Scrabble along, comrade.
And I think it's just on the left here. So obviously you can't take a torch underwater, so we'll have to put that out. Which means it's going to be very dark in there. We can only use the light of the raw science to guide us. There it is. So once you've picked that up, you'll want to go slightly left, and then you should be able to surface up here. And we can put our torch back on.
Light. Burn back the shadows and
And then
away
we
the
just need
deep
to find
depths
our
of the
way
night.
out. So let's carry on up this tunnel. Get another ant egg, why not? And here I did get a bit lost, and then I remembered that the red spiky plants leads us back to the room with the tooth. So let's follow that. Here we go. And I remembered these slime mold stalks from earlier, so I know that this leads to the first chamber. And from there, we can follow this tunnel all the way back out. And that's the Red Anthill done. So, let's head back home so we can analyze this stuff. Those ant eggs won't last forever before they hatch, so we'll need to be quick. So analyzing the ant egg will give us the recipe for the Brat Burst bomb. Here we go. And like I said earlier, analyzing the Rotten Bee armor set will give you the recipe for the standard armor set. We'll only be able to analyze 2 because we've run out of juice. So to make the Brat Burst, we will need fungal growth. And to get fungal growth, we'll need to go into the haze. The only way we can survive in the haze is with a gas mask, And to make that, we will need crude rope,
That's not so bad.
obviously. So let's get some plant fiber for that. And we'll also need gnat fuzz. So we could search for the gnats using the surveyor scanner because we've already peeped them. But if you just follow this path up to this little puddle here next to the mysterious machine, there's usually a couple of gnats flying around here. And here comes one now. There we go. And good timing, here comes the other one. Okay, so we got 5 pieces of gnat fuzz from that. That's more than enough to make the gas mask. So let's go and craft that. There we go. So we'll put that on. And I think we'll also put on our ladybird armor because it's tier 2. So it's much stronger than the red ant armor. And the bugs in the haze are much tougher than the regular bugs. So we'll need all the protection we can get. So entering the haze now. Be careful of these little things. If you get close to them, they will explode and they do a lot of damage. But you can chop them down using the tier 2 insect axe. Here comes an infected larva, so make sure you peep him. Here we go. And let's see, he is weak to fresh and slashing, so we'll need the larva blade for that. And we'll need to time our blocks quite well. It is doing quite a lot of damage, but I've got absolutely no stamina. And he's about to explode, and that hurt a lot. Thank God I got that last block in, because I think I would have died otherwise. So we got 2 pieces of fungal growth from that. It's not quite enough, so we'll need to go back in. Over here we've got a dead bombardier beetle. So we'll get a free bombardier beetle part. That's quite good. And over here we've got another infected larva. So let's try fighting him. That did a lot of damage. You can see just how lethal those explosions are. So as soon as he gives any sign that he's about to explode, you need to run. So let's try again. We've got a bit more health this time, so hopefully we can survive. And there he looks like he's gonna explode. Didn't quite get out of the way in time, but I managed to survive. Another perfect block. And he's dead. And I got the gold infected larva card, so that's a bonus. Let's analyze this fungal growth. And we'll get our eggs. They're already in stage 2 of gestation, so we don't have much time before they hatch. So let's get them made into bombs. If you do run out of time, you'll notice that they will hatch and you'll have little ants running around, and obviously the egg will no longer be in your chest or in your backpack. So we didn't quite have enough fungal growth to make the bombs we needed, so let's head back into the haze and try and get some more. You can get fungal growth from these plants here, and you can chop them down using the tier 2 insect axe. Okay, but it's still not quite enough, so we will need to kill another larva. Let's hope it goes better than last time. So far so good, we got a perfect block in. And we were well clear of the explosion. So that's good. Another perfect block. And he's dead. So I think we've got enough fungal growth now to make the last of our bombs. There we go. And time to sleep. So let's head over to Burgle in the Oak Lab to give him the auxiliary chip that we found in the Red Anthill. And that should unlock some more things for us, so let's see what it gives
Always
us.
happy to see a repeat. How can I help you today? More
We got 1,000 raw science for it.
what I can.
And if we go to this machine, we can see what it's unlocked. So we've got fiber bandage efficiency, which means it only takes 1 plant fiber to craft a fiber bandage. We want that. We've got the canteen upgrade, which means we can carry 4 drops of water instead of 2. So we definitely want that. And we've got the buff lungs mutation, which increases our stamina, so we definitely want that as well. So just outside the Oak Lab, there is a milk molar hidden under this soda can here, so you want to pick that up as well. And I think that's about it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like and feel free to subscribe for more content like this. Join me in the next one where I'll be exploring the pond lab. See you then.